Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another edition of TechTard, the product and hardware review show brought to you by There's a Part of Inhaled Vapors. Now, a device I want to have a look at you today, very kindly sent to me by the good people at Simply E-Liquid, and that is the Vaptio Wall Crawler Kit, which comes with the Frogman tank. As I've got to state before, as I've always got to state in all these videos, any views or opinions you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I've not been paid to do this review. I did not pay the product. As stated at the beginning, this was sent to me by Simply E-Liquid. Go through the box and all the doodads on the outside before we get to the gubbins on the inside. Yes, it's on there. It has to be on there. Thanks to the TPD and the TRPR. This product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. No, it's fucking not. We already know this. But it's got to be on there. It covers the company's arses. Also, because Vaptio are an American company, there's a lot of Prop 65. So that's another reason why that ties in with what California do, which is also balls. Not for sale to minors, women who are pregnant, or breastfeeding persons with or at risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or taking medication for depression and asthma. Now, that last two do ring a bit of a, oh, what the fuck? Because it kind of helps them. Nicotine actually helps those last two. The amount of people who used to hit their asthma inhaler quite a hell lot before, well, while they were smoking, but since going on to this, hardly ever hit their asthma inhaler. This helps. So I do query those last two quite a bit. We've got all the symbols at the bottom that we should have. 18 only, so to pregnant or breastfeeding women. Keep out the reach of children. Kind of got a little bit of an issue with the fact that it then says recyclable, but then don't put in a recycling bin. So basically what this is saying is you must take this to a specialist recycling centre to get rid of this product. I know it doesn't contain a battery. You have to put this as an external battery unit. But there are still electronics, there are still WEE stuff in there, so you have to take it to a proper centre to get it recycled. Which is fair enough. As is now traditional with everything we buy now, we have got the scratch and sniff, so you know whether we've got an original one or a dodgy one. On the side, it tells you what colour your tank is in the actual kit and whether you've got a 2mm or a 5mm tank. Which is an arse because we're TPD compliant, so this will contain a 2mm tank. I'm sure there are ways to get a 5mm glass. Not that I've just said that, but I'm sure there are ways around it. Anyway, and on the back, we've got about what you've actually got in the kit. And also the QR code. So we've got one wall crawler mod, one Frogman tank, user manual, USB cable, and two 0.4 coils for the Frogman tank. Designed by Vaptio Inc., a US company, assembled by First Union in China. So obviously they're outsourced for cheaper labour. Then we've actually got their physical. We've actually got the UK, the Vivikita Co. company, which is in Nottinghamshire, and we've got their number as well. So obviously UK distributor for this. What's inside? Let's have a look. There we go. I'll just pop this out. What we've got inside is it's a nice looking box. And always handy because us vapors never could do with another box. We need them all. And also all you'll find on this box is this embossed on the front, which is basically smooth tech. So it's a little brag. It's apparently the vapor will be silky texture. It will give massive vapor. It will be an original taste. I just want it to taste like the juice should do. I don't want an original taste. I want a taste of what the juice should be. Original technology, organic cotton, organic system of flavour optimization. And as a technoholic, what we are, endless pursuit of science and technology. I'll be interested to see how this goes. And inside, you'll find a mountain of paper. Right, as traditional with anything produced in China, we've got the certificate of inspection. Now, I've had devices from China before. I've not held a lot of weight to this. And this is also your warranty card. To fill it in. Pretty much stands as personal items or consumer goods and attachments, including not including user manuals, packages. We do not guarantee that our parts and products are compatible with those of other manufacturers or suppliers. But it's your basic warranty, but fill it in. It's always worth keeping in case something goes up the shit creek. Always got this as well, just to show you how to prime the coil for the Frogman. Frogman instructions. Nightcrawler instruction, wall crawler. I keep calling Nightcrawler, wall crawler instructions. Now, I looked at that and I thought, oh my god, this is going to be quite in depth. There seems to be a lot of information in there. So you realise it's done for every single country on the planet that they are hoping to sell this device to. And the English part is that. That is it for the whole mod. Now, I've got to state, I've been reading through this, and this instruction booklet's kind of okay if this isn't your first VW mod. This isn't your first regulated mod. It's not very good. I mean, the first band's alright. I mean, it gives you the warnings like do not charge or store the batteries in a damp and hot environment. Do not use the device with temperatures outside are between or either side of -10 or 60 degrees centigrade. I'm not living on the sun, so I think I'm pretty much safe on that one. And I'm not living in the Arctic, so I'm okay. Do not attempt to repair the product by yourself, as damage and personal injury may occur. Do not leave the product in high temperatures. Back to high temperatures and damp again. Do not use this product for any other purposes except for vaping, and do not swallow the e-liquid. For safety reasons, please avoid using batteries with cracked shells. So they've given you a little heads up. Look, make sure your batteries are all right before putting it in, which is good. I'd like to see more of it. I'd like to see a little bit more in depth in some of these, to be fair, on battery safety, just to hammer it home to a few people. What are the specifications? It takes one 18650. Yeah, we know that. The range of it is between 7 and 80 watts, which I always kind of question, really, for a single 18650 device. Because if you're hitting this at 80 watts, you are not hitting it for long. That battery will go, fuck you, I'm dead. You won't be doing it for long. I mean, I wish they'd limit these to like about 40, 45, 50 watts. Because then at least you're going to be getting a decent battery life out of it. It's kind of a personal little gripe of mine, but the screen's 1.3 inches, and then we've got the stats for the size of it. The problem I have with this is the how to use. Obviously, they maybe weren't that confident about their translations, and that is it. It's all in picture form. Like if you go to one bit of the menu, and then it's all in picture form. There's quite a few areas. There's a couple of items on this menu that I would have liked to have seen a proper description for. It does need more description. I mean, it's all that. And yeah, if you're an experienced user, that's fine, because you can look for that and go, all right, yeah, that. But if you're just new to this, all that just means bollocks. That means nothing to a lot of new users, and that doesn't help them at all. So I'd like to see more in-depth instructions for that. What's any other warnings? Oh, it just tells you about the limited warranty again. But that's it. That's a bit crap. Also in the mod. In the box even. In the mod, you will get the mod. And here it is. It's a diddy little bugger. I've got to admit, it is small. Very E-leaf in design. Obviously that's where the battery goes. Yeah, spring-loaded 510 there. Apparently in here there is something to stop liquid leaking into the device, which is something I'd like to see a lot more of. The amount of Westmex that I've absolutely destroyed by having a gnat's chuff of liquid go into it is unbelievable. So yeah, so there is supposed to be something in there to stop leaks getting onto the board and into the main gubbins of the mod. So we have the screen there. I have to admit, I was sent the black one. It doesn't look the best. It doesn't really show up. Let's say there you can see it there. The spider bits. And so you got your plus and minus buttons here, and down this side is your fire button. But it is a dinky little device. I do kind of like it for that. So we remove the top cap here, and there is your battery thing. On the top of the cap, underneath the cap thing, it will tell you to put negative at the top. which is always good. We always need a helping hand on some of these things. So I'll take my battery. I'm taking an E-Fest here. One thing I have found, if your battery wrap is if you've had your batteries rewrapped and it's a little bit on the thick side, I'll use this one. This one proves the point. They won't go in. That should just slide in. Yeah. So if your battery and that one, this one actually, well, it is a rewrap. Obviously, it's an E-Fest. But if you've had your batteries rewrapped and it's a little bit thick, they won't go in. And you can feel it kind of scraping your battery wrap and just kind of looking at it afterwards going, oh, I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't. No, I'm all right. This one I found, ironically, I think that E-Fest uses a bit of a thinner wrap on this one. This is how they should go in. That's it. They should just drop in. Some of the ones with thicker battery wraps will not go in this device, which is going to pee you off if you've got it home and then you can't actually use the fucking thing. But I say we get the battery in, but make sure it's the right way, and then we just screw this cap on. The threads are not too bad, but you do feel a bit of resistance as you're doing it. Right. I don't like mods where they come on straight away when you put your battery in, but there we have it. And there's the screen. It's a nice colourful screen. It's 1.3 inches across, so it's big enough to see, and it's nice and colourful as well. Now I'm going to put on the tank, and then I'll go through the mod first, but then I'll go through the pieces of the tank. Okay. Also in the kit, you get your Frogman, and that will come already with a 0.4 coil in there. You get the smallest amount of spares in the world ever, which is just 3 O-rings. You will get another spare 0.4 coil, USB charging and data cable, and a nice little thing that you should never eat. It worries me on these silicone gel packs, which obviously to keep the moisture out of the unit, it says do not eat. That obviously means some dickhead at some point has actually ate one. They went, oh, I feel a bit wow. Anyway. Just going to screw the tank on. Click. That's now reading the tank. Now, I'm not getting too clear on here, which is going to be an arse. Excuse me. Simple thing as before. What's up? What's down? This will go up and down, not in 0.1 ring. This will go up in just pure watts. This will go up a watt at a time. Every time you press it, it will go up a watt. There's no point blah 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 on this. It's just purely up in watts. Press the fire. Now, you can hear that, but that is a bloody quick firing on that. I went on their site and had a look. They claim they've got the fastest firing system on the market at the moment. This fires at, allegedly, 0.005 milliseconds. That's quick. Do I need it that quick? Well, it does lead to a problem, unfortunately. Because this has got this additional 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off to turn on and off. When you do it 5 clicks off, there are ways of actually making the tank fire. It only fires for a brief, but you're still firing, and it's like, I shouldn't really be firing if I'm trying to turn the mod off. And 5 clicks on again. Right. Now, to get onto the menu system on here, it is a simple system, but you just click it 3 times, and then we get that. Now, I'm getting really blurry today, which is really annoying me to poo. Yeah, after time we'll go off through. Click it 3 times and you're on the menu. Now to get to the menu you want, you just press the up and the down here. There we go. And then that'll cycle around them for what you want. Now there are some quirky things on here. I mean, there's mode selection, which means you can go on to either VW mode, I'm now going to come back again because otherwise you'll just see my mouth as a massive chasm. You've got VW mode. You've got temp control mode. Now let's get on there. You've got two modes, so you can control how it does the temperature mode as well. So you can have like a gradual up or gradual down. You can also do that with the wattage as well. So you can start off at so many, then over time it goes down or it goes up. So you've got your curves there for temperature and for wattage. There is another little thing on here which is a bit bizarre on mode. Oh no, not mode. Sorry. You also get bypass mode as well. Another thing that this company claim is it will fire, even in bypass mode, a 0.05 coil on a single 18650. I've got to really question that. That's balls. It is balls. The amperage you'll be pulling from that, your battery should instantly be telling you to. So yeah, I've got a query with that one, and if this really does fire at 0.05 in bypass mode, then that's stupidity of the highest order. Other things we've got on here, so we've got mode on the settings. You can go into the system, which will give you the product information, or just to restore the system. You've got smoke time, which obviously how long for you to take a puff. At the moment, this has got a 10-second cut off, but you can change that. You can bring it down or take it up. We've got sleep time, which is basically how long do you want it before the mod turns itself off. One thing that does puzzle me slightly in settings is the inner resistance. Inner resistance, what it's supposed to be is you put a new battery in here, you go to inner resistance, and you've got a coil between 0.3 and 0.5 ohms. It's supposed to take them and look at the condition of your battery and basically tell you whether that's a good battery to use or whether you should get rid of that battery and buy a new one. Which I thought was a brilliant idea, except it doesn't work. Every single battery from new to old that I've charged up fully and put in here reads 4.12. And I've seen on a few other reviews, there are a lot of, every time they put the battery in here, it reads a full battery at 4.12. And this will only do the inner resistance if your battery's reading 4.15. So no one's able to do the inner resistance. The inner resistance does not work. I've had to check to see if they've got any updates yet. There's a new model, so obviously they haven't got them out yet. Obviously they're still collaborating all the cock-ups and anything that needs to be touched up and polished up on. But that really needs to come out in an update to get that sorted. It sounds like a brilliant idea, if it worked. At the moment, it just sounds like a brilliant idea because it just doesn't work. Other things I've noticed on here, I mean, it does. You can put different themes on it. Once again, went on the site, there are no different themes on it. I know through some of the updates, there's going to be different language. So which would be handy if you're bilingual or you give it to someone else from a different country. But it's got English on there. I'm happy. Other little quirks I've noticed with this is mainly when I take a drag on it. That I'm now on bypass. I do not want to be on bypass. Hello, thank you. Go into mode. Go to VW mode. Go to normal. Doing this on normal, let's just get up. I'll just show you how it vapes, and I'll tell you the problem I've got with it. 0.4 coil, I'm doing it on about 36 watts. Now this is coming out, this is reckoning I'm doing 4.3 volts. Well, I've then done this tank on 4 other items, on 4 other mods. And they all come out 0.4 less of a volt than this is. This is putting too much power out for the actual calculations it should be getting. It's putting out just under half a volt too much. Which raises an issue with me, to be honest. Something else that needs to be sorted out with the software and firmware updates. You need to get that calculation Right. Have tried this with a couple of with temp control coils. It didn't really read it. At no point, however low I put that temperature, did I ever get a temp protection come up at all. It didn't seem like it cut down. It just seemed like it kind of just kept going. It just doesn't work as well. So there's big issues already there. The other issue I've got, well, there's two more issues with this before I even get onto the tank thing. This bottom bit is plastic. If I drop this on that, you've got this metal bit in the centre, and you've got plastic at the top, and you can squeeze it, and it goes in a little. I'm not happy with that around my battery, to be fair. Because if I drop it, it's going to go to the heaviest point, which is that corner, which then shocks straight into my battery. Really, you couldn't have just made a metal base? You can hear it. It's plastic. I mean, design-wise, I mean, it looks all right. It looks a slightly bit kiddified, if I'm going to be honest. I think they were probably just on the edge of not getting sued by Marvel and Stan Lee and Spider-Man and all this lot. But, I mean, it's all right. I do like the fire button. I have to admit, I do like the fire button. It's a nice, clicky fire button. But when the conversion is pumping near enough half a volt more power than it should be through the device, so you have to turn it down more than you would have done, which, I don't know. Every time you take a hit, that battery will go down. Like, well, you can't really see on here at the moment, but yeah, it will knock it down to 1 and then crawl back up again. So, but it seems like it does read the battery reasonably well. Other problems. Right, this comes from the Frogman tank. And this is the problem I have with this. It's due to the design, due to this bit here. Now, to take the Frogman tank off, which you'll find out later, to fill the tank, you have to take this bit off. You screw it. Which then means you can't screw it from that bit to take the tank off. You have to screw it from this bottom bit here, where the airflow is. So you end up, you'll shut it off at least once. But this bit gets in the way. You kind of, it's always in the way of a finger while you're trying to get a tank off. It kind of stops your finger. Not overly impressed with this design, to be fair. Alright, I know it's done to save space, and it makes a bloody small device. A remarkably small device that kind of looks like what E-Leaf already produced. But yeah, so it's a bit of a ball ache trying to, you have to kind of get around the top bit here and then work it off before then you can use the top bit to take the tank off. Which is a bit of an arse. But then, I say, putting it on is easy because you can do it from the top. Taking it off where you got to do it from the bottom, this bit does get in the way. But you've got to remember to actually open up again. I mean, last night I went through 3 batteries. I'm only vaping at 36 watts. I went through 3 18650s. There is a power issue with this mod. It does seem to, and if it's already reading too high, I mean that's on. I've got to make right. See, trying to get on the menu, you will fire the bloody mod. That actually needs to be eased down a bit. Every time you turn this mod on, it will go into high mode, which is also annoying. It should stay on normal, but it seems like it thinks everyone wants to go straight into, oh my god! It raises the power up by, I think, like 20% for the first 2 odd seconds. But that's the mod, and like I say, I'm not overly impressed with it, to be fair. I mean, I did go on the Vaptio website, and I think for this kit they're asking $60. So that's about 45 quid. So, I mean, with a tank, I mean, it shows you how cheap the mod is by itself. On to the tank. Yeah, here we are. This is the Frogman tank. There's 4 different coils you can get for it, and not one of them I noticed while I went on their website was actually temp control. Obviously something that's going to be coming in the future. Yep, it's 23.5 across, millimeters across. It's quite high. If I remember right, it's about 54 millimeters high. Top here, drip tip comes off. This kind of cover drip tip that they're supplied with, that will come off. So you can put your own 510 drip tips in there, which is good if you want. Just if you've got one you think is better. I've got to admit, the drip tip that comes with it isn't actually that bad. It's quite good. Filling for this device, if you undo the top, if you just give it about a 90 degree, 100 degree turn to the right, you'll feel it ping up. And it comes off quite easily. And in there, of course, we've got the filling holes. They are nice big holes. You can get a decent size nozzle into those holes to fill this up. It's only this is the 2mm version. You will be filling it up a lot, and I do mean you will be filling it up a lot. Then once you've actually filled it up, getting this back on, you have to make sure you push down and then twist back, and then that will lock underneath it, and that keeps it in place. Well, Mixer, I've been using this for a day and a bit now. Had no problem, no issues with leaks. It's been not too bad on that front. I mean, I'm not generally much of a tank fan, but for ease of filling, it's been a dream. It's been really, really nice. Now, to change the coil on these, so you've got that to fill it up, you have to turn it upside down, and then you unscrew. So you gently hold the glass, and you unscrew the base. Like that. And then you have your coil there, which all you have to do, you just twist that out, put the new one in, twist it in, fit that over the bit at the bottom there, and then just twist it back on. So placing the coils, easy. Filling up, easy. What does it vape like? Let's have a little go, shall we? Now, like I said, it's a 2mm tank, which, yeah, for a sub-ohm tank, it's crap in it, but it's what we've got to live with, unfortunately. Should just top this up with some juice. Yeah, who's guy? Now, this is an 80-20 juice. I've done everything from 60% VG to 80 in here, and it's taken it. There's been no dry hits, which is always a blessing. There we go, that's that filled up already. They do claim on the site that you can fill this up within a minute at the most. Then just get that on, push down, and twist, and then that'll lock in place. Make sure that does lock in place before you take your hand off it, because the spring in it is quite strong. And I have had a couple of instances where this top bit has gone boom! And I'm trying to find it on the carpet as it does the incredible disappearing top cap thing. So yeah, make sure it's locked on before you remove it, otherwise that spring will make it. Alright. So this is a 0.42 coil, and I'll be doing this at 36 watts. What I will be doing again is remembering to do the airflow. There we go. Now this is full airflow. .36 watts, which we all know is going to be a little bit out because it's saying 4.3 volts, and it's not. It's about 3.9 volts. It should be. But it pumps out like a bastard. As you can see, or in this case, not see, cloud production is superb. On full, there is so much air. I'll probably say there's too much air, really, for a 0.4. I'd need that for like about a 0.1, 0.2 to make sure my coils aren't getting really that hot. This is on a 0.4, but as always, you can adjust the airflow. So I'll go down to half. Flavour-wise, isn't too bad. It's actually quite good. I haven't had a dry hit with this either, which is good. But it does make you cry when you look at your 2 ml juice. I mean, to be fair, Cloud Chaser's going to be happy with this. It's going to be more than happy. It does kick out a hell of a lot. And it is good on the flavour. But I would like to see Vaptio actually coming out with some temperature control calls as well. So I looked on the website, I couldn't actually see anything. Most of my issues, to be fair, are with the device. My pros and cons for this would be size. It's pocket friendly. I kind of ish like the design. It would be better in other colours. I don't think the black one does it justice. I think like red and black, but obviously we're getting closer into Spidey territory again. But that's, I think, the whole point of it. These two areas, the screen and the back bit, are fingerprint magnets. If you're OCD, you will probably be constantly having to cloth out. Just go, oh no, I've got another one on there. I've got one all the way through it. It does. Plastic. Plastic is the problem. The main problem I've got with this arrow casing. I'm what could be called a slightly clumsy vapor. I will accidentally, on occasion, drop mods. I will knock them off tables. And I don't trust that would survive it because of all this just plastic. It's only plastic protecting really with battery. All right, there's be a little sleeve in here. Just check if I can get this off, because now I've got a tank on it, so I make twisting this off awkward as well. I mean, it's not the thickest plastic tube, to be honest. And those threads are a little bit sharp, so I'll be careful on that point as well. Put back down. Yeah, design-wise, I think there's a bit. There are various things in this that need updating. Your temp control needs updating. It doesn't really work at all. Your internal resistance needs updating because at the moment, so far as what I've read, no one can actually get it to work because it's reading all batteries at 4.12 when they're completely full, and not the 4.15 that you reckon that you need to make that work to test the battery and the condition of it. Voltage. Your voltage needs to actually be correct, or it needs to come within a smaller margin of error on it. I think at the moment 0.4 is a bit too much on the volts. It's pumping out a lot harder than what it should be. Tank wise, I've got no complaints with, and I'm not, apart from obviously it's 2 mil, but there are ways to make that 5 mil. I'm sure we will find them. The tank is actually quite good. So it's nice flavour. Only complaint I would have about the tank is it's a noisy bugger. It sounds like the beast from the east is actually in your tank. And I suppose if you put some really strong menthol in it, it would feel like it as well. Not bad. So, yeah, that's my final thoughts. The tank is fine. It's easy to fill. Haven't had any leaks. O-rings are doing their job. Nice flavour. Airflow can go from a Nat's chuff to a Saturday night regret. But so I've got no qualms on that, and it's easy to it's even easy to clean and remove the coil and replace the coil. It's just a quick. It's just everything on this mod seems to be against you in one way or another. Either it's pushing out too much power. It's got a couple of features on there, and even the theme on there as well. They've got about 3 features on there that are not needed. I am slightly concerned that they reckon that you could fire a 0.05 ohm coil on bypass mode on a single 18650. That raises a few issues for me as well. It's all right. The mod, it's all right. It's all right, but it needs a lot of work to make it a semi-decent mod. Just needs more work on it. But as I say, the Frogman tank is fine. I'd quite happy to tell everyone to go get a Frogman tank if you're into the sub-ohm tank section of things. I'd personally give the mod a miss. So, if you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and we have been nominated in the Sub-Ohm Magazine Reviewer of the Year section. If you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please pop along to them and just give us a cheeky little vote. That would be most appreciated. So on behalf of myself, Darren Stone, head of the Department of Inhaled Vapors, I bid you all a very good day. Take care, people.